Alright, so I call this one Neglect Reframed. Now, if you're a child and you've been neglected, I mean, obviously there's certain points where that's unexcusable levels of regret, or neglect, rather, sorry. Regret too, probably. Just downright, absolute neglect. And then, there's a gray area. Now, the unexcusable shit, I'm not making excuses for, never will. That's not going to happen. But there is the neglect of having multiple children. Now, in this circumstance, and we'll just spitball an idea here. If you have multiple kids and one is problematic, let's say that, just problematic, requires a lot of time, a lot of attention, and if you aren't minding them every second of every fucking day, shit goes wrong. So, in order to keep things floating and the boat alive, you pay attention to this problematic child constantly. You have to, because if you don't, everything's fucked. But the other children are like, well, okay, what about me? Where's my attention? Where's my stuff? And what I found, like in a paternal role, is that neglect is not always something that they're trying to punish you with or anything like that, or that they're intentionally trying to neglect you. It's that there may be situations where they're trying to protect you from the chaos outside. So if kid A, who's a problem child, is starting all this shit and being dramatic and violent and this and that and the other, they might take kid B and C and be like, just go to your room. I know, just go to your room and let me fucking deal with this. And to kid B and C, they're like, oh, my parents don't love me no more. When really they're just protecting them from kid A. And that has to be something that you just learn from experiencing it, I guess. I don't know. But kid B and C are like, oh, I'm being neglected, but they don't realize that actually they're being protected from kid A. Now, as the parental role, yeah, do you feel bad about it? I'm sure you absolutely do. You're like, damn, I didn't spend as much time as I would like to with kid B and C, because kid A took up my whole fucking day with bullshit. And then you're sitting there like B and C, you feel bad for them. You're like, oh my God, I wish I would have spent more time playing with them, but I couldn't because kid A interrupts everything I fucking do. So it's just a reframing of neglect. Yeah, if you don't feed your kid and stuff like that, that's a whole nother story. But there is a situation where you can neglect a child out of protection and not really consciously know that you're neglecting them by trying to protect them. If I want to keep B and C away from A, I've only got a limited number of options. I can send them to summer camp maybe, or boarding school, or maybe extracurricular activities, stuff like that. Keep them away as much as feasibly possible, but it's at the end of the day, it's not going to be 100% possible. You do what you can as best you can and as well as you can manage, but at the end of the day, A, B, and C are going to meet at some point, and it's going to be a problem. And we all know it. Everybody knows it. The whole group knows it. So you can only do but so much. So in a weird, converse, stupid way, I think there's a lot of people out there thinking they got neglected when they were actually being protected. And that takes your own personal growth and stuff to figure that out. But I see it. I see it clear as day now, and why not talk about it?